Hey, I'm Bob. Been totally blind since birth, and I'm into Star Wars. We're going to be taking a look at an action figure from the Legacy Collection. A character that I personally hope to be seeing in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi live-action series. So, with that being said, let me bring forth CC2224, otherwise known to his fellow clones and his Star Wars fans as Commander Cody. So we saw Commander Cody serving alongside Obi-Wan during the Clone Wars. He's wearing his Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor. This is his live-action representation. I do have his animated series action figure from the Clone Wars in one of my figure bins. So he is wearing some sort of jetpack on his back here. I don't think it's a JT-12. It's much smaller than the JT-12 model. It's certainly not a Z6 jetpack. So not sure what model that is. Can't seem to find that online anywhere. He's holding a DC-15A blaster rifle in his left hand, and he doesn't want to hold it very well. This is like my 34th take with Cody. He's just not been cooperative at all today. His jetpack has fallen off. His right hand actually fell out of his wrist port once. He is, I don't know what's going on with him today. So, we would have gotten to see Commander Cody in an episode of Star Wars Rebels, according to writer Henry Gilroy. Grand Admiral Thrawn, after he'd come onto the scene, he wanted to know how the clones planned, how they strategized, because some of them had actually joined the rebellion. They were fighting alongside the crew of the Ghost, like Captain Rex and Gregor. So who better to consult than one of their own? So we actually came pretty close to seeing Cody in an episode of Rebels. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy's jetpack off here. So we are getting through this take, Commander. You can remove the helmet. And Cody has the same face, of course, shared by his brothers. He's portrayed in Revenge of the Sith by Tamora Morrison, so I'd love to see Tim back in Obi-Wan as Commander Cody. I think these two characters, Kenobi and Cody, they are due for a reunion at some point in the new Star Wars timeline. I've been following Cody ever since he first appeared in the Star Wars Legends novel Labyrinth of Evil in 2005. He was one of the first clones that I ever had come across that actually had a name. I mean, this was back before the animated series. So aside from Cody, I think there was another in the Legends novel, The Cestus Deception. The Cestus Deception. My tongue is deceiving me. That clone was Nate. So I think we had Nate and we had Cody. I want to say Clone Trooper Alpha was already in the mix back in the days of Star Wars Legends. So Cody, he's got a couple of scene-specific accessories that he comes with. So I'm going to be showing one of those, if I can. Where is his lightsaber? Commander, if you've dropped it, you weren't supposed to drop it. You're supposed to give it to Kenobi. Yes, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi's unignited lightsaber. Hasbro decided to give the Legacy Collection version of Cody a couple of really small accessories here. Hopefully I'm showing it as well as I can. He doesn't really hold it very well. From that scene in Revenge of the Sith, after Kenobi's dropped his saber, Commander Cody retrieves it for him, and he says something cheeky like, "I think you'll be needing this." Of course, Kenobi thanks him. There was this really funny bit of dialogue in the novelization, the movie novelization written by Matthew Stover. And Kenobi says something like, "Well, just don't tell Anakin that I dropped my lightsaber," of course, because they're hearkening back to that scene in Attack of the Clones where Kenobi was chastising Anakin. And it's a good thing Cody gave him the lightsaber, because then, of course, he gets a holotransmission telling him to Execute Order 66. So this is, of course, Darth Sidious. Really tiny hologram projection of Sidious on his little holo projector. I don't know if you can see him okay. Can you see me all right out there? I can hear you, clones. Can you hear me? Is this thing on here? I've tried turning it off and turning it back on again. It seems to be working here. Oh, bother. Anyway, that's little Darth Sidious hologram. Maybe I should show him from the side. He's so little. I'm glad we got a little Sidious on a holo projector. It's just so minuscule here. Yeah, I'd love to see Cody in Kenobi. I don't know if that'll be a possibility or not. We do know that Tim has recently played Boba Fett in Book of Boba Fett, so I mean he's there. So I mean I would think he would want to play a clone or two every once in a while. I just really want to see Kenobi and Cody have a reunion. I mean, after the order was executed, those inhibitor chips were all activated around the galaxy, and of course every clone had to kill the Jedi General which they were serving. All of them had to do this. It was hardwired into them during their gestation period. There's a great arc in season 6 of the Clone Wars that deals with the inhibitor chips, the first 4 episodes of season 6. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch some of these episodes dealing with the clones before Kenobi. Probably some Kenobi-centric episodes too from the Clone Wars. So yeah, I'd love to see Cody showing up in the series at some point. He's one of my favorite clones, and I feel like these two need a bit of closure. I don't know if I'll like the ending. Hopefully, they'll make amends. Maybe Kenobi can somehow remove that inhibitor chip, because I mean, according to the writers of Rebels, Cody was still going to be in service to the Empire, so he would have still had that chip active. I don't know what to expect. Maybe we'll see him. I'm thinking we probably won't, though. That would be cool if we did. Been wanting to see them back in the same room since Cody commanded that ATTE to fire on Kenobi. After watching the Clone Wars, after seeing those two serving together side by side, it just makes that scene in Revenge of the Sith even more gut-wrenching to watch. Whenever you see that, I mean, it really hits you hard. It hit me in 2005 after having read the Legends Clone Wars novels like Labyrinth of Evil and Cestus Deception and Yoda Dark Rendezvous. But there wasn't too much out there in order to get attached to the clones yet. I mean, there were just a couple with names in those days before the Clone Wars 2008 series had come out. But it was still a really a historic scene, and certainly has stuck with me. Anyway, I'm going to call this a video. I'll hear you guys in the next one. Force be with you. Have a great day.